So I guess we'll just kind of start off on our feet. And so obviously to score, you're going to need to, open up a move and execute. But that's not really that easy if you're, outside and trying to be shooting through his arms. I mean, maybe if you're Jordan Burroughs and you just kind of blast through the guy, but most of us aren't Jordan Burroughs. So it's really important to set up your techniques. And there's like a lot of ways to set moves up, but one of my favorites for sure is just controlling this inside tie right here. You guys probably have heard of it a lot, but you can control this inside tie and control the rest of here. Notice that my thumb is down and this part of my hand is up. And that gives you a lot more control than that. Holding it right here, it's a lot harder to rip that out. So from here, you can snap this arm. A lot of times what I like to do is just throw this hand out as I go for my shot. Right here. And so there's kind of a lot to it, like more than you think. So whenever you're doing this, you really want to make sure that you're moving them, opening them up. So whenever you're going to go for the shot, you're going to throw this arm out, and at the same time, you're going to step and change your level, all right? And you're going to shoot into his leg, all right? So there's some timing there, all right? So as you're setting him up, and you go for the shot, right? You got to make sure that he's not blocking with his arm, or you can kind of tell, you can kind of feel whether or not he's open for a shot. If he's backed up, kind of not very close to me, I'm not going to have a very good shot. So you want to control this inside tie, keep your opponent getting close, and finish and take your shot there. All right. So we're just going to drill that for a couple minutes. Any questions from you guys?
Hey, quick note. How JonJay's doing that really well is he's hanging on my arm real hard.
Yeah.
Like this whole time, this tie, he's pulling me down. You guys see that? That inside tie is that important.
Yeah.
He's putting a lot of weight on me.
I'm not grabbing it like this. I'm grabbing it with my thumb, It's like a hook on the back of his arm. Really, you want to be really high up the top. All right? You guys ready? 1, 2. So, we're going to work on like some front head blocks serious right now. But, we'll show you a setup to front head block.
Make sure you guys are paying attention. There's a lot of detail in this one front headlock, I promise. Make sure your eyes are on us the whole time.
So yesterday, we were working on our 2-on-1s. And so, freestyle 2-on-1s are exactly the same as a direct one. The difference is that he's going to be bent over, all right? So, you're going to be wrestling from here, and he's going to be trying to clear his front headlock. So, what he's going to do is he's going to try and grab my elbow to, break my lock and get me there. But, that's a good thing for me. He grabs my elbow. So, if you know what to do, that can be a good thing. So, if he grabs my elbow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to his underhook right here. All right? And I can grab the back of his arm. See that? If he grabs my elbow, I switch to the underhook and grab the back of his arm. All right? You guys see that? Where I'm going with this? All right. So from here, I'm going to circle to my right and snap them into my stomach. All right? So I'm going to circle and snap them down to the mat. All right? So that's simple. One more time. So I'm wrestling it. Grab my 2-on-1. He tries to clear it. I snap him down with that underhook. Nice and slow. Just the way you see transition. So he grabs it. I grab the back of his arm as I step in front. Alright? Then I circle, snap him all the way down, and get to this front headlock. So, if you smaller guys, what a lot of you guys do is you grab that front headlock and you freeze. You don't really know what to do with it. And so you just let them back up.
Yeah, what we don't want is this. When we catch up our headlock, that is a
lost opportunity. So you guys can learn some techniques from that. So this is a technique I really like from this front headlock. So whenever I'm right here, what I like to do is I step into his armpit with this left leg, All right? Drive into him, and I pull with this. All right? As I come behind. And so, what you guys gotta make sure of, whenever you're in your headlock, is you want looking this way. If you're looking this way and you're trying to do this, you're going like this. So, you want to be looking this way because that's where your head's going to be facing up. So I'm looking this way. I'm stepping behind this arm and pulling with this and bumping with his elbow with my knee. All right? And this arm comes around his face. You can come and lock. I know it's kind of complex. We'll show it from the other side. So he's down. I like grabbing, in both armpits right here. It's a little claw. So I'm right here, looking at this side, stepping real quick, drive it, see on my knee, press it against his arm, and then this arm pulls him forward. Gives me a lot of control, right? And come around. So that's gonna be pretty quick, all right? So we'll go through it the entire sequence one more time.
So when JonJay does this 2-on-1, watch his head. When he's here, he switches to that front headlock. See how it comes around? So we can keep that pressure on my back.
Yeah. See, my hips are already halfway behind me, right? I actually need to step over them. All right? Yeah.
So I noticed you in this front headlock position, you never grabbed his head. Can you tell us why you prefer that pinching position?
Well, whenever you're going to grab the head, he's going to grab your arm, and you're going to kind of be stuck in there. And, he can still hit the move, but it's going to be, you don't really want to give up your elbow in the first place if you don't have to.
Okay.
So, I like controlling both armpits and pulling that down.
Front headlock probably for both of us is like, if I get the chin, I'm going to hit a different series of front headlock moves compared to if I go, double monkey grip. I'm going to hit this move where I put the knee in the shoulder, or maybe like a different lock or jump to an ankle compared to
Like a little chest wrap.
Yeah.
Russian roll.
So keep that in mind. We're going to show some different technique too.
All right. So we're going to work on that 2-on-1 snap down for the rest of this headlock sequence. We're going to show a couple more moves in there. All right. Ready? 1, 2. Open up the headlock setups. So you can still do snap down using the elbow, but you can also keep snapping down. Just get your front headlock. Work on whatever you know from there. All right. So we're going to work on a different front headlock move now. So this move, it's a freestyle move. So what we're going to do is this right arm, it's going to be underneath his body, and this one is going to go around his armpit. All right. So my hands are going to walk. What do I do? This left hand. Sorry, I was doing a different move. This left hand is going to go across his face. So the hand that goes in his armpit, it's going to go across your partner's face and make him look this way. All right? So my hand's going to look like that. This right hand, the one that goes underneath and next to his head, it's going to lock on top of it. So your lock's going to look like this. All right? I like making a fist here. I don't know, kind of up to. I think you guys should work on it with a fist. So this comes across the face and makes him look to this side.
And real quick on this front headlock, I saw a couple of you guys try to do this when you were snapping. The arm that goes underneath, you can't let it get super deep because the first thing Johnny's going to do is grab that elbow. And then I'm fighting for just to get back to position. And it's going to be hard to get to here if my arm's all the way deep and he's pulling and starting to come up. Remember that when you attack with that front headlock, no matter how you get there, your arms stay short. JonJay does this really well. His arms stay short. When he attacks, it's like this. Bam, you see this? Because if he tries to grab my elbow, keep pressure.
Even if I do grab it, it's a lot
harder for him to get me extended. Remember that. Keep your arms tight.
So your pressure is going to be on your shoulder, pushing in the middle of his back, all right? So this arm's gonna go deep, like I said before, and go across the face. And then this hand goes over the top like this, right? This one comes in, and this one comes over the top. So, right here. And notice how I'm like kind of scooping his face. I go a bit deeper, and right here, my shoulder drops, and then I kind of scoop his face up, and that really makes it a lot tighter. It's going to need to be tight, all right? So once I get here, and he's tight, I'm going to drive my stomach into the back of his head, and my right knee is going to slide up underneath his face, right here. All right? And then you're going to pop him over like that. So the other part there is going to kind of look like this. All right?
JonJay is putting a lot of pressure on in between my scapula and small of my back. That's what gets me to go backwards. If
There's
he's
a
not
lot
putting
of pressure in my
if he's
shoulder.
not putting any pressure, it's a lot easier for me to defend and slip out. But if I'm constantly getting pushed like this, it's a lot harder for me to try to get out.
It's all about making it tighter and more difficult for him to move. So I'm gonna have this front headlock. I'm driving my shoulder between his shoulders. All right, this one, this left arm goes in deep. Scoop it up. All right, move your hips in. And pop and move. It's kind of like there's like a little arch in there. Right here. All right, and you're gonna pop him over. And because it's so tight, he's gonna pop right over with you. All right. Any questions? Want to see it again?
Before you actually did it, you started to go over already because you had your reps in.
Kind of. He starts going over as soon as you start popping your hips. It's kind of like it's like a pop. He's gonna go over in like one motion. All right. So you don't want to be trying to like drive in. I mean, it might work, but it's not going to be as good as if I come like this. I tight. All right.
That's a big move that you guys can hit.
Yeah.
Guys are running into you, you can get a 4. Launch it.
If they stand up and you, I'm like, all right, I'll show it from standing too.
I guess if guys come in,
You can also hit the same move from right here. You don't really have to worry about stepping your foot in because even if he grabs it, he's still going to it. So you can hit this from the ground or from your feet, all right? But if you guys are stay on the ground, you don't want to, throw your partner instead. Okay, any questions? All right, ready? 1, 2. You guys can't hit this move unless you guys are face to face. If you're like off to the side like this, it's really hard. Yeah, you're gonna you have to keep like this.
like you see how me and JonJay are stepping? We're like this. Did you guys see this? Look where my leg is. Stepping deep, catch your sip. Boom! Okay? If you guys want to, you can lock. So once you drag, you hit this. But try the drag first.
Let's see it again. I want to see both of you hit it. All right. I hit mine a little bit different than Austin. I hit mine from an overhook. Nothing right here, and I'll clear this. Right here, and he'll sort of pull, try to face me, and that's kind of steep.
You guys see that? Remember, it's a tight grip. Like
Yeah,
you have to hold on to his arm.
pull tight to your chest.
Really super tight. And the whole time, you were just arching as hard as you can, and you were popping your hips.
Yeah. Whenever you guys are,
Boom.
look at the back. Look for the back wall. All right.
Okay, I'll let John show it one more time.
So I'll get right here, and then I'll climb the arm right here, and then I'll clear this, and then he'll try to pull me. Right there.
So that's John's style, hanging on the arm, and then mine's just a drag. So I could be here, but when I catch him, I kind of bring him up, swing that arm, step. Whoop, no, hold on there. Yep.
Austin, will you do that one more time so I can catch it from this side?
A little bit harder. Austin, will you throw stop? So yeah, let's keep this under it. And then pull my arm across. step, okay? Step in between.
Thank you.
Can we do this one more time?
You need to shut up for the rest of the practice. You're killing me.
So this next one we do, one of my favorite drills, I use a ton. JonJay always uses a ton. You guys have all seen him hit it. But it's his step through body lock. Okay? So what JonJay's gonna do, you'll see him do it. He's gonna catch me like this. He's gonna lift, and he's gonna pop. Nice hard back arches. The key to it though is that you gotta sink. Like when you're locked, sink your hips in deep. Like I'm stepping and I'm getting low. And instantly I am trying to run myself backwards. So
I like getting mine out of the hook. Like doing a lot of things. So how this is going to work is you're going to step in between his legs and your hands are going to go low across his back. Okay. If you're high, it's going to be a lot harder to throw. So you want to try and get down here. So I'm going to step right here. Notice how my face is tight, so he can't press on my head.
this, see this lock? See how my arm's trapped?
Yeah.
Like this has to be trapped. And you are thrown over that side.
Yeah. So you're gonna throw him over to the side you have trapped.
And if you don't trap this and I'm able to pull my arm out,
Yeah.
then I'm not good.
So you get the strap, get it tight. All right. Right there. So you guys see that? It's important to make sure that your hips get low and into them like this. So you don't want to just step and try and throw. It looks like this, like a lunge.
Yeah, so do you guys see that? JonJay's getting really low on that lock. He's arching as hard as he can. Because a lot of times, if you don't catch him on like the big throw, the least you're gonna get is if he's defended, it's just one of these. Yep, 4-point move right there. So if you catch it tight, pop hard, you're getting a big throw. It's gonna look really cool.
5.
Yeah, 5.
That's the one on the camp form.
The camp form.
Or Mason Manville, world champion, getting thrown by JonJay. That's this one.
Reiterate footwork, JonJay. Did you reiterate?
Yeah. All right. You guys.
Oh, yeah.
Guys,
Pay attention.
all right. So, working the overhook, you're hanging tight and stuff. And so you see an opening, his arm's nice and low. So what I'm gonna do is this leg's gonna step in and my hips are gonna change levels. Just like a shot. Right here. Okay? Right here. And then normally I step in like this, and then this leg steps up, and it kind of gets the motion turning right here. Steps up. Alright, and you're gonna pop. So I'll show them. Okay. Right here. Hips change level. Alright, you're gonna step. Come right here.
You guys see that? Real easy throw, real quick. Probably one of my favorite moves. I don't know how many times. I would just be sitting here like this, and I would just wait for a kid. And there it is. Oh.
And then once you start getting, pretty good at it, then you start getting re-steps. And,
Everything can just flow from this. A lot of people forget that. Like everyone wants to try to like hit this, like a hip toss, but everyone forgets this. It's just as easy, because look, I have a lock, and I'm super deep. It's going to be really hard for JonJay to overstep my leg, because I can just take him that way. All right, so let's try it.